Boys, it is time for the first official series here on the Samuel Brown channel. I'm excited. MLB The Show franchise series is going to be a unique series to get things started off here on the Samuel Brown channel. This series is going to last until the release of Madden 22, and then we're going to go hard with series on that game. And then when MLB The Show comes out next year, we'll start a brand new franchise series. Now, to keep this fresh for me and to be fun and it's not boring gameplay over and over again, we are only going to play games in this series if we make it to the playoffs. Once we make it to the playoffs, we'll play every game, but just so it's not a lot of redundant gameplay, we can get through a lot of seasons, do a lot of trades, I want this to be kind of a rebuild, but with gameplay added as an incentive if we do make the playoffs. So we'll probably get through like a month or two, because we're going to simming every game of the regular season, making moves, stuff like that, tracking the team. We are probably going to get through multiple months each episode, if not like an entire season each episode. So we're starting off today. We'll probably just use this as an introductory episode. We'll probably get through the first month of the season, but I'm excited, bros. We are using the Pittsburgh Pirates because I want this to be a massive rebuild. I want to have to just do so much to this team and make it my own to be able to bring the Pittsburgh Pirates. As we buy the Pittsburgh Pirates, I've gone in with Pat McAfee. You guys heard the rumors. He wants to buy the Pirates. I don't know if he's serious or not. With RBT added to the picture, Pat McAfee's nothing but business. We have taken over the Pittsburgh Pirates. We're going to take the poorest and just the worst MLB franchise right now and turn them into a World Series champion. Hopefully, you guys are excited for this. This isn't necessarily going to be the most realistic thing in the world in terms of this franchise series, but I just want to make it fun. That's the whole entire point of the series. I want it to be fun. I want it to stay fresh so we can upload this almost every single day until Madden 22 does drop. I want to get through multiple seasons, and I just hope it's enjoyable. If you guys are excited, let me know by smashing a huge thumbs up. I sort of do want to implement some of my old strategies and concepts into my franchise series. So if you guys want to let me know who you want me to trade for in the comment section below for a chance for your trade to be featured in an upcoming episode, is nothing like way too wild, and at the same time build a team that's fun, but a team that will ultimately win the World Series, because if we don't win the World Series before the series ends, it's an absolute failure. So boys, if you are excited for this series, make sure to smash a huge thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. Check out my other channels, link in the description box below. Make sure to go follow me on Twitter and Instagram, because as soon as I do hit 50K, we're giving away a next-gen console, one of my subscribers. So make sure to go follow me on both those accounts in the description box below. With that said, time to begin the Pittsburgh Pirates rebuild franchise. Now for all this, obviously, fantasy draft is off, though we have the most up-to-date rosters right now. Unfortunately, it doesn't have any of the latest draft picks, because if you guys are unfamiliar, if you're watching this series later in time, MLB draft just started like 2 or 3 days ago. So like nobody has the most up-to-date rosters, so that does suck, but it should still be fun. I mean, we did have the #1 draft pick, so it does suck we don't have Henry Davis to be a part of this organization, but we'll move forward. It'll still be fun. We'll still build a good team. So once again, guys, if you want to see another episode tomorrow, let's see if we can hit, like, I don't even know how many likes you guys can get here. If we get 200 likes in this first episode, you best believe we'll upload this tomorrow. And if this is fun for you guys and fun for me to record, I can literally upload this every single day until Madden 22 does come out. This could be literally the main content on this channel moving forward. Now, CPU roster control, we're going to turn this off. CPU trading will enable the CPU-controlled teams to make trades. So we're going to turn this on because I want them like to make trades in the background. We're not going to ignore the budgets, no forced trades. All this is the same. We shall advance into the future. We're also going to turn auto manage for this off because I want this to be manual. All this we can have auto manage as well. We'll advance, starting spring training, and our first look at the Pittsburgh Pirates. I'm going to build this team however the heck I want to, and we're immediately going to begin the rebuild. Question is, who is good enough to build around, or who do we trade away right now and get some pieces for the future? Off the get-go, Adam Frazier is a guy I would be willing to trade away. I know he's so high overall, he's such a good player, but he's 29 years of age, like he's almost 30. We can get somebody, maybe multiple prospects in return for Adam Frazier. I think we trade him away in today's episode. Now, obviously, Kevin Newman's not the shortstop of the future. We have some good prospects as well that we could end up calling up. Maybe just go ahead and let them play it like immediately. Brian Reynolds, I think we're going to keep him. He is a stud. He's one of the higher rated players on the team. He's only 26. He's going to get better. He's going to man the outfield. And the only other player I think we really have got to build around and keep is Ke'Bryan Hayes. He's a monster. Their top prospect, well, not really a prospect anymore. He's a rookie, and he's playing this season, but has a potential, already an 83 overall, and maybe Jacob Stallings, like, maybe we keep him around. I don't know. He's 31 years of age, 82 rated, solid at the catcher position, but, like, is he really going to be good enough, long enough to stay as the starter and win a World Series with this team? I don't know. And now we look at the rotation, like, it's awful. Like, this rotation is so goddamn bad that we're gonna have to do some work. Tyler Anderson, he's 31. This guy, he's 26, 74 overall. He might stay in the rotation. 28, he's gone. 70 overall, 28, he's not gonna be a part of this team moving forward. Trevor Cahill, he's 33. Like, this team, just not good. Now, Richard Rodriguez, I'm probably going to keep just because I like this guy. Like, the smart thing would probably be to trade him away, but at the same time, I want to keep some of the players that I personally like. I think he's a beast for now, at least. Maybe in the future, if you guys think I should trade him away, we might, maybe trade him away in the future, but not in this first episode. Now, I do want to also go over the prospects that we have, because we have some good prospects in the organization, but the problem is none of them are really close to being ready to be called up. We have this guy, a potential, Quinn Priester, 19 years of age, 65 overall. We have another guy, they're like all so far away though, B potential. We have like no good starting pitchers. We have like 2 guys that could eventually be called up and be quality. Oh, this guy too, Mitch Keller. Okay, missed him. He's already a part of the team. We might as well go ahead and throw him in the rotation. Let this guy, Mitch Keller, go ahead and throw you in here. I mean, you're only 69 overall, but you're a youngster. I think you are definitely going to play a part in this team moving forward. You're the only good young guy that's close to even being called up so far. Now, looking at the rest of the roster, is there anybody else young? Like, he's a C potential, probably. Like, that's it, really. We have Quinn, we have Mitch Keller. Aside from that, we've got to completely rebuild the rotation. In terms of relievers, I mean, a couple decent guys. This guy maybe could play a part moving forward, but our bullpen is absolutely horrible. We have nobody in the farm. Closing, we're gonna keep this guy for a while. Like, we don't have any good closers in the farm system too. Catchers, I mean, we might just need to trade. We might just need to trade and get somebody that could be the catcher of the future. First baseman, Colin Moran. I like him in real life, but you're gonna have to go probably. I mean, we just don't have a good farm system. I mean, Nick Gonzalez, he's gonna be our second baseman of the future. He's great, but he's probably still a year or 2 away from being called up. This guy, Jawan Bay, he could be good, but like Adam Frazier, he's going to be gone. We'll probably let this guy start this season. It just depends on who all we get in return, and if we can get, I want to get some prospects that are ready to play right now. It all just comes down to seeing what we can actually get in return. We also have O'Neal Cruz. He's going to be our shortstop of the future. He honestly, I might just play him now. Like, why wouldn't I? Because Kevin Newman is trash. We could trade him and get like some sort of crappy prospect, somebody that could maybe be something good one day. But I mean, why not start him right away? Let's go ahead and put him in the lineup at the shortstop position. Like, why the heck not? Where are you at? Where are you at? O'Neal Cruz, thank you. Now, next, in the outfield, we really don't have anybody in we don't have anybody in our farm system either. Like, we have C potential guys all in left field. Center fielder, Brian Reynolds, guy of the future. He's going to stay like a center part of this team. But outside of him, like, not much depth. Travis Swaggerty, former South Alabama Jaguar, but like, he's 22, only 63, B potential. Don't really see anything crazy from him. In the right field, we literally have nobody at all. We've got to try and just add to this farm system. We've just got to. Like, Adam Frazier, you're great, but like, we just got to get rid of some of these guys. We've got to improve this farm system. And maybe, is there anybody in free agency? Like, I don't think I'm going to sign anybody. Like, there's nobody that's going to help this team long term. And like, we don't really care. We're not going to win this year. But let's just see. So what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead. Let's make some trades. Let's go ahead and make 2 trades to start off this series here on the channel. Adam Frazier. And as a Red Sox fan, I would love Adam Frazier. Now, the question is, what can I actually get from the Red Sox in return? I want to get one decent prospect that I love in the Sox farm system back in return for Adam Frazier. It's a great fit for him. The Red Sox could potentially trade for him at the deadline. They need a second baseman, like, bad. And Adam Frazier is the missing piece. Can lead off for him. But who do we bring in return? Blaze Jordan. Like, that's how much they love Blaze. how much like would it take to bring in like a Jarrett Duran? They would trade Jarrett Duran for Adam Frazier. Hold the phone for a second. If we can get, let's try this. Let's try Tristan Cassis. I love this guy. Try him. We could get Duran and Tristan Cassis. Are you serious? Hold the phone for a second. Jarrett Duran, hold on. We need to try to get some pitching too. Let's be smart about this. What do we need moving forward? We could use a solid centerpiece of first baseman, Tristan. He can start for us this year. I know he's young, probably shouldn't be called up, but screw it. Like, why not just go ahead and let him get playing time? And I know the Red Sox don't have much pitching, but like if we could add in Tanner to this deal, they'll trade me Tanner and Tristan. Tanner and Tristan Cassis. What if we also threw in a Franchi? I'm a Franchi stan. He might not get a lot of playing time. Like in the Red Sox organization, like there's a lot of prospects I would rather have than him. But they think they should be getting more value than what we're offering. I think Franchi still has such raw tools. He's running out of time, but he's 73. He can at least provide some depth for us moving forward. Now the question is, what do? I feel like this would be the best thing. I know we could get Jarrett Duran as well. But if we can get 2 pieces instead of, like 3 pieces instead of just 2, I think that's huge. We need as many pieces as possible. That's the thing. We just suck so bad. Our farm is so bad that I feel like 3 players that could all, like, provide a huge role for us, I think it's more important than just getting 2 superstar prospects. You might see that as, like, a bad thing. You might see that as me being wrong. But it's just what I want to do. So as of right now, what can I also... We have Stephen Wright. Do we trade Stephen Wright back to the Red Sox? They even want him? They don't want Stephen Wright. We're going to find a way. Like, I want to add one player who's not going to do anything for us, but somebody that can make this deal at least get accepted. Joe Hudson? Who is somebody that can make this deal be accepted? Like, who is somebody I just don't really... Eric Gonzalez? Like, I know he's a nice platoon guy, but he's not even enough. Oh, this is rough. Maybe we can't actually get Franchi. Who else in the Red Sox system can we maybe add? I don't want Danny Santana. Like, that's just not going to happen. Oh, this is rough. I really want this deal to go through so bad, to be completely honest. So let's, even if we have to trade 2 crappy prospects in return, like, I still think the deal will be worth it because a lot of these guys, they're just never going to do anything for us at all. Like, we don't need this guy. He's 24 and he's 50 overall. And if we could also add in one more player, like, let's go Bly Madris. Like, he's 56 rated, bro. How about left fielder instead? Well, we are trading away left fielder. Well, I mean, you get what I'm saying. I think this is worth it. Adam Frazier for literally one of the best is he the best first base prospect in baseball? Tanner Houck, who could slide in the rotation right now, and Franchi, who, again, could do a job for us this first season. So we submit this through, offer the trade to the Red Sox, just like that, bros. We just start off this franchise with an absolute bang. So what we need to do now is just go ahead and trade away Colin Moran. I think that's how we're going to end off this episode in terms of trades. And we're going to sim the first month of the season and just see how we do. And we can still make trades. This is all going to be about trades, having fun, staying fresh. Now, what is a team that really does need a first baseman? What team has literally nobody? The Indians have nobody at the first base position. Let's see. The Mariners, Evan White's their starter. Like, who's a playoff team that could use a Colin Moran kind of player? The Brewers have nobody at first base at all. The Diamondbacks are going to suck regardless. No matter if they get freaking Colin Moran or not. Let's go back here. Lowest overall, I think the Brewers. So, who could we get in return from the Brewers that could do a decent job for us this season? Like, can I just get a crappy, like, right field? We have nobody. No right fielders at all in this entire organization. So, like, who do we get? About starting, is there any starting pitchers we could snag from you? They don't really have that great of a farm system either, to be completely fair. Any young relievers we could take? No. Let's go to another team. Another team that maybe has some prospects that actually I feel like could make this team better. Who is the other team? The Mariners. Who do you have that we could potentially bring in at right field? Mitch Haniger, Julio, like, that's just not going to work, right? Yeah, I knew we're not going to get him. He's one of the best prospects in all of freaking baseball. Kyle Lewis, Sam Haggerty, none of these guys. Taylor Trammell, like, he's a nice young prospect. Like Taylor Trammell, I still think he's 22, B prospect. They're definitely interested in making this deal. Can we also get some sort of reliever or just anybody that could be some positive part of this team moving forward? We need somebody that can come in and maybe grow as a reliever. Nobody. How about pitcher? Like, I'll take a 70 rated Justin Dunn. They think they should be getting more. So how about it's just straight up trade? We trade one of our older guys, Trevor Cahill, for Justin Dunn. Like, that's a straight up. So basically, Colin Moran for Taylor Trammell and Trevor Cahill for Justin Dunn. They still don't want that to be accepted. But if we throw in 36-year-old Stephen Wright here, that one's going to be accepted. Let's welcome Taylor Trammell to the Pittsburgh Pirates. Let's go, my dudes. What else can we do? Can we do something else right now? You know what? Let me actually fiddle with the lineup really quick, and I'll show you guys how we're looking at the end of spring training. So right now, this is what the lineup is going to look like. Taylor Trammell leading off, Brian Reynolds in second, Franchi in the 3-hole, Brian Hayes in the cleanup spot, Tristan Cassis in the 5-hole, O'Neal Cruz 6-hole, Jacob Starling 7th, Wilmer Defoe DH in 9th, and Demaro Vargas in 2nd. Probably, like, my main goal right now is to improve either the second base position, catcher, or get one more starter. There's still a ton of trades we're going to do in this series, just at least for this first episode, to get a taste of how good this team is going to be, at least throughout the opening month of the season. So what we're going to do now is also look at the rotation. We're going to trade Tyler Anderson away. He's 31. He's a solid guy that we had initially, but I think he has some value we can bring back some prospects with. And also, I think who we're going to trade away is probably, we're going to look in the lineup. We're probably going to go after trading either a Kevin Newman, because he's just not going to do anything for us. Like, he's just not good. Maybe Cole Tucker even. I know he's younger. He's such a good platoon player, though. He plays everywhere. I might look to stack a deal with, we'll do probably, how old is Eric Gonzalez? He's 29. Maybe let's do Kevin Newman and then Tyler Anderson. Because in the rotation right now, we have Justin Dunn, who we just got in that trade, B potential, 25 years of age. He could be okay. He's 26. JT Brubaker's 26. Maybe he could get into the 80s. We'll probably end up getting rid of Chad. We need one more starter, and it's probably going to be Chad who gets replaced. Tanner's good for now in the rotation, so is Mitch Keller. Probably, I don't guess he's up too early. I mean, I still feel like he's obviously only a 69 rated, but could do a job. He's obviously he is our best pitching prospect. So let's try one more trade for now. Go to trade talks. We're going to throw in Tyler Anderson, and also going to throw in, is there anybody else I'd rather trade away? Maybe I could trade the second baseman away if we can get a younger guy in return. He's 29, 72 rated, so he could be a little bit of value. Or do we end up just getting rid of Gregory Polanco? He's worth $7 million a year. Do we start just taking care of our finances? I mean, we had Taylor Trammell, who's going to play right field for us. But literally, he's just wasted money. If some team could use him as a platoon role, some rich team, maybe like the Dodgers or somebody, if we can get just anybody, like a decent pitcher or a second baseman back in return for this deal, I'll be so happy. But the question is, like, what team is that desperate in terms of rotation that they'd be willing to give us somebody good in return for Tyler Anderson and taking on Gregory Polanco's contract? I think the guy I want to go after is Pablo Lopez. 25 years of age, 83 overall. He has how many years of arbitration left? 2022, 2023, 2024. We have him for 3 years. Like, this is going to save us so much money and give us the ace of our rotation moving forward. The only problem is they think they should be getting a little bit more. Now, what I could do is maybe add in one more starter, because Justin Dunn is going to be, Chad is going to be taking out the rotation. Maybe Chad's not even enough to throw into the deal. We might not actually be able to land Pablo. That's so sad. Unless there's somebody else that we throw in this deal that they want. Maybe we need to trade about Kevin Kramer. They don't want him. Vargas, don't want him either. This could be rough. Eric Gonzalez, Kevin Newman, Cole Tucker. This is rough, my dudes. Shortstop's not even enough. Phillip Evans, I don't think we have it, boys. We don't have it unless they want one of these older relievers with no potential. Chris Stratton. Boys, do we do this? He's a deep potential reliever. With the money we're saving here, we could go sign somebody to refill that position and maybe even get them for less money. We're going to be saving money overall. And we just get rid of a guy that has no potential at all, and we add him into the deal, save so much money, and we get our ace of our rotation. Don't mind if I do. Welcome to the Pittsburgh Pirates. Now look at the rotation now. We take out Chad Cool, put in Pablo Lopez, and now the rotation is looking so much better. Like, everybody in here has potential. Everybody. And now we can end up trading on Chad Cool somewhere else. And maybe get that second baseman we're looking for. Or maybe I'll let you guys decide who we try to target. Nice young prospect to play the second base position. Spring training's over with. We go 11-16. Got to check out how the team did. Taylor Trammell, not great to lead off his MLB career now with the Pittsburgh Pirates. Bryan Reynolds, good spring. Franchi even had a good spring, although not a lot of pop, 0 home runs. Brian Hayes, he struggled. Now that is what we don't want to see. Tristan Casas hit 300. We'll take that. Cruz, oh, he might be up a little bit too early. Jacob Stallings was great. We don't normally obviously play with the DH. And Vargas had a really good spring on the bench. Anybody? Michael Perez had a 37 average. That's not necessarily normally what you like to see. Cole Tucker, I think Cole Tucker is going to be a good role player for us. I think he's a great guy to have on the bench. I might keep him for the duration of this franchise. One of the guys we keep from the beginning moving forward. Hopefully, guys like the deals we made so far. How about the pitching rotation? Pablo Lopez, he's struggling early on in Pittsburgh. JT had a decent spring, although, I mean, he didn't win a game. Justin Dunn, oh God, he's struggling. Tanner was fantastic. 1.29 ERA, 1.14 whip. And Mitch Keller, the original prospect here, he looked okay. A couple guys. Oh, we do need to look really quick. Free agency. What reliever can we bring in to just fill that role? The fill gap in the bullpen. And Pedro Strop, we're going to go ahead and sign him. Let's do a little he's 35. How about just a 2-year deal, 4.8 mil? And he's going to accept. Just like that, we replaced the crappy reliever. So with that, we're going to sim the regular season and then see if we can actually win some games this first month. So a few changes. Our opening day lineup. Taylor Trammell leading off. Cruz second. Reynolds third. Brian Hayes clean up. Franchi fifth. Tristan 6th. Wilmer 7th. Vargas in the 8th spot. And Stallings. Actually, let Stallings bat 7th. Like, he's solid. Like, he's a great fielding catcher. Actually, like, screw that. His hitting stats are so bad. But their starting rotation, start off the season, Pablo, JT, Tanner. Let's put Justin. Did Justin drop an overall? I think he dropped one. I wonder, how does that happen? You're 25, B potential. You should be dropping overall, so that kind of sucks. But we also have Pedro in the bullpen now. Bullpen actually isn't as bad as what I thought. It just doesn't have a lot of youth, and it doesn't have a lot of like good potential is the problem. But with that said, my dudes, we are going to sim the first month of the season, and we'll call it quits here. Let's see how bad this is. Oh my, we've lost 4 out of our first 5. That sucks. Like, that does suck. We're not having a great start. Michael Perez is already hurt. We'll auto that one. Oh my, we've started the season 1-6. This is gonna be a bad... Can I get fired? Am I gonna get fired? Hold the phone. We are started the season 2-10. This has been a great start of the season. 3-13. Holy, this is gonna be the worst team of all time. Holy crap, bros. I didn't realize now Pablo Lopez is out. We'll auto that one. This is going to end up being the worst team, possibly, of all time. We've started the season 5-23. How are we that bad? The second worst team in the league has 9 wins. That just shows you how horrible this team actually is. Like, Bryan Reynolds is playing good. Everybody in our lineup is horrible right now, bros. This is going to be, like, look at the ERA of our rotation. This is going to be one of the hardest challenges in the history of my freaking channel.